Hey guys, welcome back to part 2 of our Illustrator Basics videos, where today we are going to be going through how to set this up for laser cutting. I'm Rob and I'm here on behalf of the Design to Manufacture channel, showing you guys a little bit about this software. Alright, so if you aren't already at this stage, if you haven't watched part 1 of this video, I suggest jumping back in, going watching part 1, running through the project yourself, because that helps the best to get this cemented. And then once you finish part 1, come back here for part 2. This one's only going to be a short one, just setting everything up for laser cutting and explaining a couple of different settings. All right, without further ado, let's get into it, and I hope I see you all back here in a second. All right, so this is the file that we drew last time. It's a simple keychain design. We have a text here that we're going to want to engrave with our laser. All right, and we've got a couple of lines that we're going to want to cut out with our laser. So that's the outside line, obviously, and our circle. All right, so laser cutting is a subtractive method of making something where similar to a CNC router, whereas 3D printing is an additive measure, which means it adds material, whereas subtractive methods take material away. All right, so this is going to be a large sheet of material, maybe a bit of acrylic or a bit of plywood or something like that. All right, and we're cutting this shape out of it. We're not building up material like you would with a filament style 3D printer or anything like that. So we need to tell the laser cutter the difference between what we want cut in and what we want it etched out or engraved. All right, and we do that through color usage. Most laser cutters, or all of the ones that I've worked on so far, have operated on a 3-color system. All right, they have a black, which it recognizes as an etching. They have a red, which it recognizes as a cut, and a blue that is recognized as a raster. All right, we might go through the difference between raster and etching in a future video, but for now, we're just going to go through how to set this file up. And I'm going to leave this as an etch, which means that my text is already black, so I do not need to do anything with it. It's black. You can see that over here on its fill color. All right, and I don't need to change a single thing about this text to get it to etch in on the laser cutter. All right, that's perfect. And with a laser, they are very accurate. So all of these nice little bits of detail are going to come through. And it's why I like a laser cutter for doing any text-based stuff a little bit more than a CNC router. And you guys can see what I mean about that if you jump on and have a look at my VCarve videos that should be on this channel by now. All right. So with that, the etching side is done. And anything that I drew in black could be an etch. For example, if I wanted to put in a circle, all right, let's do a little 5mm by 5mm circle. All right. Now, straight away, you can see that something's happened here. It's gone to a preset of having a black fill and no stroke. So fill is the color that fills up the shape. So I don't want any fill on this. So that's the white with the red stripe through it. And I might want a black stroke. All right, I can adjust the thickness of that line. All right, easy enough. When I'm selected it, I can go up or down, and you can see I can thicken it up or thin it. All right. So I'm going to leave it at 1 point for now, because this is just an example. And if I wanted to circle some part of my drawing, all right, my circle's a little bit small, so we might want to resize it in a second. So I'm just going to quickly jump in and go 8 by 8. All right, that's a little bit tidier. Say I wanted to circle the 2. All right, I could leave that in there as a black circle, and that will etch in just fine. All right, but I don't really want that there. That's not the look I'm going for, so I'm just going to get rid of that. That was just an example if you wanted to put some stuff in, and I think in a later video we'll go through how to import images from the internet onto here and turn them into vectors for you to etch and cut. That might be in our upcoming video on the Illustrator platform. All right, but for now, last thing we've got to do to get this file set up is we need to make these lines a cut line. I'm going to do two things as part of that. One's a function tool that'll make your life easier if you're making lots of things, all right, especially lots of things on one board. And the other one is actually setting it up for the cutting. I'm going to start with setting it up for cutting first. So I'm just going to select both of the items that I want to change for a cut. So you can see that only these two shapes are highlighted. That first drag, I got a little bit of the text box. All right, I only want these two. So I've just clicked and dragged to select them, and pretty straightforward. I'm going to get rid of the fills as well. This is just a good practice to get into, is getting rid of fills on your shapes. When you start layering lots of shapes over the top of each other, if you leave them filled, they can block out some of your design. So I like to leave them unfilled unless I need to do something specific like that. And the next thing we're going to do is change our stroke. So the stroke is the color of the line. And as I said to you guys, red is our cut. The CMYK red I found works just fine, and I don't need to make any adjustments to it. I know when Illustrator was running the RGB only a few years back, you had to try and make sure that you set it to 255 red, 00 on the other two, on green and blue. All right, this one, the CMYK preset for red, works every time in my experience, so I've been able to run that just fine. If you need custom colors though, you can go to your palette and you can set up your custom mixes, all right? Or as you saw at the beginning, I had the option to change. In the very first video, I had the option to set up this file as a RGB file if you wanted to set it up that way as well. But red is plenty, all right? And that's red now, but that still won't cut. All right. The reason it won't cut is because of how thick the line is. The laser is trained to follow a very thin line because the laser focus point is small as well. All right. So if it thinks the line is too thick, then it will get confused and it will automatically think it's just supposed to be an etch if it's a thick line. So a little tip is you need to change your point size or your thickness of your stroke. All right. I've found, and I had heaps of success with just going 0.01 points. All right. That creates this really thin red line, and that's worked a treat in all the laser cutters that I've used thus far. So if you're using one, have a look at its manual or its settings, but usually red 0.01 is perfect on Adobe Illustrator. All right. Now, the last thing I was going to show you guys before we finish up is just for some functionality. If I was going to have more than one design on this board, and that is I can select all of these shapes and group them together. That means that I'm not at any risk of changing up the orientation of any of my stuff. All right. And if I do want to make changes later on, I can simply ungroup them and start making changes. All right. But as I said, I'm pretty happy with all of that. So I'm going to leave it as is. All right. Group it up, which it already is, plus I just undid it. All right. And that is our file ready to be sent to the laser cutter. Keep tuned for our short on how to export this as an SVG. All right. And make sure you guys are subscribing to this channel, turning on those notifications to see all of the videos coming out. We're trying to post a lot to get us started with our basic videos. And then once we've got our basics up, we're going to try and post at least one video every week with a few shorts here and there, showing you guys some more advanced functions on all of these platforms, plus any platforms that you guys want us to present. If you throw it in the comments there, if I've got it, I'll set up some videos or someone else in our channel. All right. So please make sure that you guys are watching. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching.